Happy evening to everyone and welcome to another reading. Today it's Wednesday, the day of Hermes, and the two signs governed by Mercury are Gemini and Virgo. Very excited about both of them as I have them very well represented in my chart. I am a Gemini sun and I'm going to start with the Gemini reading. So Gems, let's see what the stars have in store for us today. Tarot? No, I feel like Oracle for starters. And then maybe later on Tarot. So Hermes is part of the Olympian deities. He is known as the herald of the gods. I mentioned yesterday Hermes and Hercules and their winged accessories. What I liked most in the story, in the mythology of Hermes, is his ability to travel between worlds. So we know that he is the messenger of the gods, but why is he the messenger of the gods? Because he has this ability to travel between the plane of the gods and the mortals. He's also very well known for his fast movement, and I don't know if you've so back in the days the thermometers with mercury inside, and whenever you broke one, the speed with which the mercury would move. Okay, let's see Geminis. What the oracle says for us today. Intuition and downloads. Ooh la la. I don't know if you guys have experienced lately not necessarily experience. I definitely love the words general and experience. If you have recently become aware of all the information that is now available in the general field. Intuition and downloads. Our first card is Gemini, intuition and downloads. We need to connect to our intuition in order to receive these downloads. Divine timing. And everything in divine timing. I so like this card. This gentleman here gives me these Native American vibes. Divine timing. I read these conspiracy books, and they were talking about portals that still exist all over around the world. Some are just natural portals left open, and some can be open with some object. And they were talking about a Native American tribe. This girl, she was like exactly like Hermes, okay? She could travel between worlds, and she was a guide for people that were allowed to access the portal. And they were using an object for this. But the object was kept by the chief of the tribe. Yes. Okay, yes. Intuition and downloads in divine timing, and a big yes. I'm gonna leave the big yes with the divine timing and the Native American vibe to the story. Okay. Let's get another card. Powerful Native American vibes today. Well, that's a nice change from the Egyptian breeze we had. Trust the universe. Didn't we just had another deck with the Trust the Universe? Okay, trust the universe. Okay. That was just my natural Gemini reaction. Okay, give me some facts. Trust the universe. I'm shuffling, but I feel like 4, the number of Hermes. Okay, when I was saying that, we get another card. Power and intention. That 4 would just do. But divine timing with yes, I'm counting them as a card. Power and intention. Okay. Intuition and intention. More cards. Let's get more cards from this one. If it's not 4, let it be more. Do the work. Power and intention. Do the work. Ease and grace. Okay. Like typical Gemini reading cards. Do the work, ease and grace. So do the work from the work. So first, intuition and downloads. Trust the universe that you'll get this in divine timing. Whenever this happens, with power and intention, do the work. Intuition and downloads. So a lot of people get intuition and downloads, but very few actually put them into practice or bring them into a material form. This is what I feel this reading is asking. With this card, as I stated in the beginning, I feel that the Gemini here is very much aware of the downloads that come through. So it's not the first time you're getting this sort of processing of information. She's intentionally holding her head. It is not something she's doing for the first time. The birds. I see the birds in this reading. A wing and a feather go perfectly together. a wing and a feather go perfectly together. Okay. Maybe you've already developed the wings. Maybe grow some feathers. And I see these colorful feathers here, like the rainbow colored feathers. Rainbow colored feathers. Okay. Do the work. Power and intention. From this card, there's something I'm missing still. Power and intention. The feathers. Okay, so the feathers. This feels like an older version of this gentleman. No, okay, now I get it. The gentleman was covered. Okay. Divine timing. From divine timing, yes, to power and intention. Everything in divine timing, right? I want some other oracle. Still oracle. Which one to choose, which one to lose? Oracle. Okay. Oracle. Do I feel you? No. Honestly, no. Okay, this one. Do the work with ease and grace. Ease and grace. He's holding his hands, he's playing with waters. He's playing with his water. He's so confident and peaceful at the same time. This confident smile. And the position. Not necessarily a position to associate with ease and grace, yet he's managing to portray that and to be that, I would say. Ease and grace. I expected today's reading to be very fast, and it's not. I feel the need to slow down, to pay much attention to the cards. Maybe the bright colors. It is studied that it is not recommended to give young children very colorful toys or movies, anything too animating, because it impedes with their imagination, and it's so much better to like wooden toys in warm colors. Okay, and now we would like some cards. Thank you. Shambhala Initiations. This card made a brief appearance appearance in yesterday's final oracle message. And since the Trust the Universe card, the message also appeared yesterday, I would associate these two cards for today. Trust the Universe, Shambhala Initiations. Retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, Dharma. Trusting in the process, trust the universe. Okay. And this card I'm taking here. The downloads, because I was thinking, I don't know if I said it out loud, like what type of downloads more exactly? Downloads from Shambhala. Geminis, you might have underwent some initiations back in the days. Initiation, intuition, and intention. The triple I. The triple I. Okay, the triple I. Retreating to recharge. Trust in the process. Trust issues here. I can smell them. Some trust issues here. Okay. I feel like Mercury has stepped in. Now I feel a bit of movement forward. Fast speed ahead. Okay. The divine matrix. God incidences. Okay. God incidences. Coincidence or synchronicity. The divine matrix. I find it very intriguing that we have a divine matrix. Out of the two sexes, the feminine is the one that gives birth. And right now, we're still experiencing a patriarchal society. The divine matrix. So matrix, for me, represents three different words. So the first two letters, Ma, which can stand for mother, matter, Tri for the triple, and X, St. Andrew's Cross. I have this information posted on my website as well. And I'm going to cartoons now, the Powerpuff Girls. So Professor Plutonium, I think it is, puts all those ingredients to create the perfect three little girls, but accidentally drops chemical X, the element of surprise. So there's an element of surprise in the divine matrix. No. Divine matrix. I feel like taking a pen and paper, like drawing this tunnel. I see a tunnel. Of course, there's tunnels and portals. Tunnels and portals today, Gemini. and going back to Hermes' ability to travel between worlds. Traveling between worlds, the portals, the Native American story from the beginning of the reading. It just feels like from feeling like in slow motion, then on fast forward, slow motion again, fast forward. I feel this duality, Gemini. This Gemini duality. This Gemini duality, I feel it represented in this reading with an alternation between fast forward and slow motion. Maybe slow motion when you get into your downloading operating mode, and fast forward when you come back to your physical reality. But this time you're being advised to do the work with power and intention, but ease and grace. Let's not forget the ease and grace card. Because now you've grown older. The divine matrix. Divine timing and divine matrix. Okay. It's been done before. Let's see. Okay. Put them back together then. I have the Thoth light code, light initiation, great teacher awakening, divine magic, and the crystal skull wisdom, clarity, divine healing in divine timing, in the divine matrix, high vibrational energy. Okay, one more shuffle. Merkaba activation, transcendence, ascension, you are rising up. So yesterday we had trust the universe and the rise card for the Aries reading. In the zodiac, there's the Taurus sign sitting in between worlds. There's the Taurus sign sitting in between Aries and Gemini. Transcendence. Do the work. I feel stuck right now. I feel stuck, so we're gonna take third eye activation. I'm gonna take more cards. No. Okay. Orion activation, karmic board clearing, supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirthed by light. Orion, the great hunter. If you are in the northern hemisphere, Orion can be seen in the winter night sky. So you can still see. And you can recognize him by the three, so he has these 3 stars. And then down here, the belt of Orion, some other stars. But these 3 stars are pretty bright, so you can easily see them on the night sky. Karmic board clearing, energetic clearing, rewrite your story, live your truth. A gate has been opened. Oh, there was this, I can't remember the name. It was like a documentary with no words spoken. And at one point in the video, it was this film of these ladies playing with the hands. For me, it gives me the impression of Medusa. Those hands like some snakes, and I don't necessarily enjoy that form of art. Orion activation. Merkaba activation and Orion activation in order to clear this karmic residue. And the crystal skull wisdom. The crystal skulls. I am very intrigued by the crystal skulls and the story of the crystal skulls. More cards. This one doesn't sit. Okay. I feel like these ones, but these ones, they feel like just crashing the reading. Earth Star activation, so another activation. Well, this ain't an easy time. Emerald Tablet activation, the 4th activation. This card also made a brief appearance, same as the Shambhala initiation. So maybe they were like foretelling today's reading. So Merkaba, Orion, Earth Star, anchoring, grounded action, Isis energy. Grounded action, the divine matrix, grounded action. Yes, this is the do the work. So Merkaba and Earth Star activation go together, and then let's have the Emerald. And Thoth, he showed up already. I am presence. Light body activation, accessing the divine within. I am presence. I think I have enough cards now. But let's see the intruder's cards. I'm really curious. Third eye activation. And this card is the card that is also, the picture is also used for the deck, for the image of the deck. Third eye activation, but these are intruders. So I feel like the third eye, I keep my opinion from the beginning. The third eye is activated. And that explains the great flow of downloads that you are receiving right now. And also grounds you enough for the 4 activations you're gonna go through. Gemini, this is a bumpy ride. I hope you enjoy Harry Potter, because there's gonna be a lot of Harry Potter in this channel. So buckle up, Ernie, because it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Sword of light, divine protection, breakthrough energy. Divine protection, divine timing, divine healing, I am presence. So Isis, okay, Isis energy. This card, I feel like this card is the one telling the whole story. So Isis, the goddess Isis, again we're going to ancient Egypt. And we started with such a beautiful Native American vibe. There's something I don't see here. Okay, let's see what I don't see. I keep hearing Pocahontas. Maybe there's the movie that you enjoyed as a child with the Native American. A Native American man and an Egyptian woman. Maybe you have ancestors of mixed ethnicities. Isis, let's go back to Isis. And now I see the story of how she's bringing Osiris back to life. Cut in 12 pieces. She recovers them all. Something lost shall now be found. She recovers them all. Was Osiris a Native American? Oh my God. Is there something else that history is hiding from us? Okay. No. Isis, speak to me. And I'm speaking in rhymes today. Anchoring, an anchor. So an anchor can prove quite helpful when traveling between worlds, right? So the anchor comes from ancient Egypt. But the one traveling between worlds is of Native American descent. Or something, or maybe, I don't know. Something with the Native American, but what? So the anchor is in ancient Egypt. Something lost shall now be found. The retrieval of the anchor from ancient Egypt. Is it an object like the ones the Native Americans use for portals? This is a very mystical, wah-wah-wooey reading. The Emerald Tablets. Cosmic Ordering. Divine Alchemy. Divine Alchemy. So there are three, not a tree. And the tree, the tunnel, I mentioned the tunnel previously, and now a tree. These like symbols, maybe, I hear the oak tree, but there's like Norse mythology, right? It's not, I'm thinking now for Native Americans, the tree, not the tree of life. The epic, there's an epic, not of Gilgamesh, I think. There's an epic with the tree of life and the serpent living at the base of it. I think it's a Hebrew epic or story. But coming back together, coming back together. Okay, I'll keep that, coming back together. As a process in alchemy. 3 fractals. There are 3 fractals. The first one is represented by Hermes, which is the fractal of sacred knowledge and high magic. The second fractal, it's Buddha, compassion. The third fractal is represented by the story of Christ with the lesson of forgiveness. Each of them have multiple avatars. Thoth and Hermes, avatars of the fractal known as Hermes. The Emerald Tablet activation. I advise again to read the Emerald, the book. I am presence. So your light body, another activation. Hooray. Accessing the divine within. So you're accessing the divine outside through intuition and downloads. And now you're being recommended to go within and access the divine within. I am presence. So the first teaching that we have is that we exist. The teaching of your light body, I am presence. Okay, let's go to tarot. Let's see if the tarot is more willingful to share this story. Judgment, the Emperor. Karmic board clearing. And I keep seeing that crystal skull. The card of the crystal skull. Maybe check some crystal, the crystal of amethyst, I think it's pronounced. Because that crystal skull was definitely made out of amethyst. Something about the third eye. So it's activated. Maybe check this crystal. The page of earth. This wolf howling at the moon. The northern lights. The northern lights. Aurora borealis. The hermit. So lonely that you went to the North Pole. To the North Pole. And the story of Santa Claus. Okay, let's focus on which one? Oh dear Lord. Well, just let them fall and come on their own. This is definitely a bumpy ride. In order of appearance, death. The Wheel of Fortune. The Four of Water. On the Four of Water, this very sad mermaid sitting alone on a piece of land. She has like this treasure back there, but she's lonely. Mermaid. Mermaids for me represent the evolution from life in water to slowly adapting to life on the ground. Death. And there's a part, something like, so she's half, the upper part belongs to the ground, while her tail belongs to water. Death. In order for something new to be, something old needs to cease. So something old needs to die for something new to be born. This card, which one will die here? Because like the deer is like the obvious target here. But he's not in an aggressive position. His teeth are not open. He's just sniffing this deer. So something that needs to die. Oh my God, this is like so cruel. It's not being killed. It's like the mermaid, it's ready to go on the ground. All she has to do now is to lose her tail, but she refuses. I recently found out how mama deers separate from their cubs when it's time. So the mama makes the baby deer run so much that at one point the baby deer just falls on the ground and sleeps, and she just abandons him there. I feel like this deer is like such a cub. Just waking up from this sleep so disoriented. Um, he he didn't figure it out yet that this is not a mama. And this one is taken by surprise because he feels like the confidence of the vibe the deer is giving him is like it's triggering something maternal in this killer and predator. The Four of Fire, the Sun, and the King of Air. Okay. Something developing underground. The heart has been developing underground, like the mermaid has been developing underground. The Sun. 4 wands of fire from the Sun. So 4 arrows of fire coming from the Sun. 4, the number of Hermes, right? This King of Air character, it feels like he's coming down from the clouds. He's decided to descend. It's like the story of Superman. You're Superman, Gemini. Or Supergirl. The Queen of Air. I want a card for this King of Air. What about this King of Air? Oh, and look how beautiful. So he's coming from the skies. He's coming from the skies. She's waiting for him, hope. She's waiting for him, but she lost hope. Because he's taking too long. He sings his flute. He sparkles some fairy dust. He's taking too long. Gemini, is he taking too long to come? Is this King of Air representing a download? The download that could change it all. It's on the way. The sunflower. I hear that song, sunflower. The sunflower and the starfish. A sunflower and a starfish falling in love. But he's taking too long. Is this why she doesn't want to lose her tail? Because her trust has been played. From the mystical vibe we had from the oracle, now we're getting into the day-to-day life with the Page of Earth. We're slow, Page and Queen of Earth. Page, Queen of Earth. The Seven of Water, the King of Water, and the Five of Water. From 4 to 5 of Cups, the Page of Earth. Yeah. Again, the feeling of chills and being cold. But then this Queen of Earth comes, and if you've seen, because I was talking earlier about fairy dust, pixie dust, and the Queen of Earth is taking the form of a tree here, a pregnant tree. If you've seen Tinkerbell, the movies, that tree where they go for pixie dust, that image gave me like so much homey vibes. So when you arrive, when you pop into this new reality, icy cold reality, this Queen of Earth is the one hearing the call of the wolf. The wolf, okay, the wolf, and the Queen of Earth, the grounded anchor. The Queen of Earth and the wolf. The King of Water, once you have matured. The 7 and 5 of Water. It feels here like the mermaid, so he didn't come in the end. Or at least he didn't reach her. And the mermaid withdrew at the bottom of the ocean. Out of all the things she could do, she chose to retreat. And we had that card, retreat to charge. The tarot is confirming that. Retreat to recharge. Don't lose your tail. Heads and tails. Don't lose your tails. The story. Did you ever wonder like why human beings don't have a tail? And apparently we do have a tail. It's just that it is resorbed while we're still in utero. And apparently human beings also have a tail. Don't lose your tail. What does the tail do? For a human being. Okay, let's go to this King of Cups. He's holding a child. Poseidon holding a child. Okay. Maybe this makes sense for someone. Well, maybe she wanted to leave home, and she left this Poseidon character holding a child because her back is turned at him, and she's This feels like the Helen of Troy. Paris coming from afar, and there's not Poseidon but King Menelaus with Hermione. And this is Helen of Troy looking towards Paris, disappointed in everything. So there's an alternative mythology saying that actually Helen of Troy never made it to Troy because on the way there Paris made a stop in ancient Egypt. And the king in Egypt could figure out that she was abducted. So she was held there, and this version says that this is the reason why when Menelaus asked for Helen of Troy, for his wife Helen, the people of Troy could not give Helen back because she actually was never there. And on the way back to Greece, Menelaus recovered Helen from ancient Egypt. Okay. So we got Trojans, Greeks, ancient Egyptians, but how do we get to the Native Americans? I most definitely see the story of the Little Mermaid. I don't know if you know the original story. The original story is like quite sad because the Little Mermaid needs to accept that the way to the ground for her is just different. Yeah, maybe read the original Little Mermaid story. I recommended this for a friend of mine like a few years ago. It's weird that it's popping up again. Maybe she's watching this reading. I want to put some distance in here to see the story. Okay, I'm holding the deck. Two of air. The two of air. A decision that was not made. It's like repeating, like everything it's repeating. I see bits and pieces in here out of all the previous readings. And the Cinderella here theme. With this shift, like make sure to come back to your something fake, something that's attained through magic, like in the story of the Little Mermaid or in the story of Cinderella. So in the Little Mermaid movie, she with the help of Ursula, she manages to go to the ground. And Cinderella, with the help of her godmother, a fairy godmother, she attends the ball. And then something received in a magical way. with a temporary how temporary a temporary action. The Ace of Fire and so the Two of Earth. She was like really going. She did all this magic. She got ready. Fairy godmother came and changed pumpkins into carriages, mice into horses. So much effort was put. The result is the Ace of Fire. And we have the Phoenix here and another tree. The Nine of Earth. Usually the character in the Nine of Pentacles card is the single lady. Here she's not single. There's a baby girl that she covers. She hides there. And the Ace of Fire, a rebirth. Death, where's the Death card? I want the Death card. Death and the Ace of Fire. This lady's hair is just in the card. I dropped 2 more cards. The Five of Earth and the Eight of Earth. This tree has spread its wings here. And it's taken a new form, a new shape. A more grounded one. One card for the Ace of Fire. Okay, that's it. The Knight of Water. So you're embarking on a new journey. The seahorse. You're riding the seahorse now. The Knight of Water. Water and air. Water and air. Water and fire. Water and air. The star and the moon. A wish made in the stars. The star card here, behind this tree, which represents this character here that has expanded. The wings, the branches, a wing and a feather go perfectly together, coming back to that. The star card just brought here an air of ancient times. The story of the ancient one. A wing and a feather go perfectly together. The ancient star, the moon. Where's the card of Orion, I think, yeah. Maybe Stonehenge, some initiation there too, because like a lot of activations. So maybe there were a lot of initiations. And maybe all those initiations, Gemini, now need to be activated. And your story, it's been quite a journey. But this is like a story. And change, rewrite. We had a card with rewrite your story. And the phoenix. Isis also rewrote her story. The priestess of the moon. Okay. The moon. Ten of fire. Well, this is the end of the cycle. So the cycle which you're ending now is the cycle of fire. The death card, the phoenix. So you're gonna be reborn from your own ashes. But what are you going to be reborn into? And the Ace of Air at the base of the deck now. What are you going to be reborn into, Gemini? Fellow Gemini, so happy to see another complicated business here. Oh gosh. Let's see. The Five of Air and the Empress. Well, it ain't gonna be easy, but you're getting to the Empress status. Fertile, abundant, secure, well established. But Tinkerbell, I mentioned Tinkerbell and the tree. I can't remember how the tree is called now. Maybe the Tree of Wishes? I'm not sure. Tinkerbell and Peter Pan. So, Puer Eternus. Search Puer Eternus. The eternal Peter Pan and Tinkerbell. There's this scene in Tinkerbell. No, it's actually the Peter Pan movie. Where Tinkerbell is frozen, I think. And Peter Pan is struggling to bring her back to life, like Isis does with Osiris. The Empress, okay? The Empress is the new that is to come. Once the old is allowed to go. Okay, enough with tarot. I mean, at least with this one. I want a bit of more of Oracle. This This reading is messy as a Gemini. Very complicated. But once you figure it out, so satisfying. Okay. In. The in energy. Intuition, trust, patience, spirituality, and receptivity. This feels right there. And going upwards. So this is where you've retreated, Gemini, into the in. Oh, there's a beautiful movie, animation movie, and this girl goes to the moon, but her stepbrother follows her, and at one point she goes into this room to bring back the goddess of the moon, as she's lost there in her own emotionality, and the little girl has difficulty coming out from that room also, from that space. And her stepbrother, it's actually the one to manage to break into and bring her back. Fire. This is like this. As I was saying in the beginning, slow motion here, then fast forward. Slow motion, fast forward. Confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. It's like a bit of a bipolar vibe here. Alternating states from one to the other, conjunction, a union, merging and coming together. Maybe these two different way of beings, of existing, need to come together to find, for you to find a balance in between worlds, in between these two worlds. Okay? Chiron, hurt and heal. Again. So each time something hurts, you're going into this in watery healing mode. Once you've healed, it feels like you're going with your head ahead. At least maybe wear a helmet or some protection there. Some form of protection. Because each time you go into the fire, I mean, healing feels so good after all that hurt. But it feels like you're not learning your lesson. Fourth final card. Young. It's so obvious in this reading. In young. In fire, water, fire. These cycles. Okay, this is the axis mundi. But let's see on the sides. What can you put to balance? On this side, a trine. Angelic support. Harmony and perfect flow. On the left side. Ooh. So on the feminine side, you've got angelic support. On the masculine side, water, spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. In your third house, you might have a water sign in your third house, and in your eighth house, the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio is all about death. So in your third house, early learning, everything about early learning. You might have water, childhood relations, the rational mind and communication. The third house is represented by Gemini, right? The two birds there, the birds from the beginning of the reading. It feels like the words were, even though like Mercury communication, if it feels like if the words are not enough today. So just seeing the cards, and it feels like something was working inside of Gemini. Although it cannot be physically touched. So I said in your third house you might have a water sign, and in your eighth house, transformation, karma, facing fears, ambush your fears, face your fears, and legacies. Yeah. This is a sequel. I thought the day before, that yesterday the trilogy was done, but apparently counting chapters. Okay. So in your eighth house, which is the house of transformation, karma, facing fears, and legacies, here comes Scorpio. This is gonna be an intense purging and releasing. This comes like an Indian wedding. It ain't. This is gonna be a very loud and powerful transformation. And everything on the masculine side. The legacies of the third house and of the eighth house are being reinterpreted. Okay. So three final cards here. Maybe we'll do another deck. Okay, one card from this and two more cards from another one. The 12th house, the transcendence. We had transcendence. So it feels like the third and eighth house is representative for the these two cycles, the yin and yang. And although 3 plus 8 equals 11, you're managing somehow with the help of the angelic realm and the intuition and the downloads that you're getting from there, the intuitions you're getting from the Earth Star chakra. You're managing actually to release yourself. Oh, and in this picture, it's a bird cage, but actually escaping from the bird cage, it's a fish. Well, apparently the Little Mermaid, you know, and this bird, the king of air here appears as the bird. Where's the Little Mermaid? The Little Mermaid is the fish. And again, like the story of Helen of Troy and Paris and everything that I mentioned. But the fish is finally out of the cage. The fish is finally out of the cage. Okay. The fish is finally out of the cage. Two final cards for Geminis. Two final cards for Geminis. Okay. The cards don't want to be shuffled. Or maybe the cards don't want to speak. Okay. Let's take this one then. Okay. Let's see, Geminis. Two more cards for fellow Geminis. Take a break. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Trust your path. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy. Shake it off. Dance with life. Maybe not necessarily dance lessons if you don't like or enjoy dancing. That's an option. But do some body movement. So also ground, but also shake your body, move your body. Trust your path. The reading doesn't feel ended yet. I want to use this little deck for an answer. So Geminis, think of a question while we're shuffling here. We already got two cards. I'm gonna just keep them for another second or two here for you to think of your question. And typical Gemini, we got two answers. Not the right time, but you're going in the right direction. So not the right time, wait for divine timing. Okay, everything in divine timing. But you're going in the right direction. So the direction, the space, and the magnetism is correct. You're going in the right direction. But the time, the electricity, it's not right there yet. And it's broken. So between 5 and 10. Something is broken between 5 and 10. Okay? I hope it makes some sense to you. It definitely was a bumpy ride for me. Again, I hope you make some sense out of this, Gemini. Bye, guys.